Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to predict the first 100 days of President Donald Trump. Now, I'm going to divide this into three periods, each of about 30 days. The first 30 days, from January the 20th until February the 18th, we are in the period of Aquarius in 2017. And this period is extremely good for President Donald Trump. He has all the support, he has all the possibilities of swaying the people, not only in the USA, but in many other countries of the world, who will come to his aid and assistance and give him the cooperation he wants. He will also be able to communicate very well, and his inventiveness will be something to really applaud. And so we have a person who is tremendously lucky. Now we have to remember that his age of 70, which is extremely bad for him in his general horoscope, goes on until the 14th of June 2017. So basically until the 14th of June 2017, he is under a cloud that can give him disappointments, give him trouble in health, give him problems of every kind where he can be played out and let down and attacked as well. But that's generally until 14th of June. Coming back to his 30 days, first 30 days, the problems are that his arrogance and his tendency to bring blame upon himself in the way he communicates, and that he will operate in a very secretive manner, and his emotions will overtake his logic. So we have an upside which shows plenty of support, able to move ahead well, and yet some problems as well. But I give him 70 marks out of 100. In the first 30 days, his progress is quite good, and he's able to move forward, get things done, and he will be applauded. Many of his plans will be carried through very nicely. Now let's go to the next 30 days, from February the 19th up to March the 20th. We will then be in the period of Pisces, and here is the big problem. From February the 19th to March 20th, there are an array of alignment of planets that turn against him. They expose his secrets of all kinds, whether financial, whether personal, or whether his habits. They expose his health areas to show how really badly ill or badly he's doing in health areas. They also show a tendency towards him associating with leaders of countries who don't have a very good reputation. And so he comes into trouble from February the 19th to March the 20th. Three of his best planets that helped him to win are now submerged, and therefore they cannot operate well. And all they can give him is up to 30 or maximum 35% of their good energy. And so he's stuck with many planets that bring about blame, that bring about a disarray of his plans, and the opposers that he has, the people who don't agree with him in all his plans, are now stronger, and so he's going to fight an uphill battle from the period of February 19th to March the 20th. It's very strong because I can see three of his strong planets already against him there. Emotionally, he will be very badly hit, which can also mean that in his personal affairs, he's also going to have some suffering there as well. But let's stick to politics. A very bad miscalculation from February 19th to March the 20th. A very bad miscommunication. Money being lost, perhaps on a personal level, or perhaps making deals for USA, and which don't go too well. And also, his long-term planets have become weak. So the long-term support he got in the first 30 days has more or less been watered down. The short-term plans are also weak. So he's really floundering from February 19 to March the 20th. And then we move to March the 21st to April the 19th, more or less the last 35 or 36 days of the 100 days. Now this period comes under the period of Aries, and it doesn't do well for him either. He starts to feel the opposition, the confrontation getting too hot for him. He starts to feel his popularity becoming very low. He starts to feel that he's being very disappointed with all people of his own country and people from abroad, leaders of other countries who are now, I won't say abandoning him, but not agreeing with him too much. And there is also a planet which has to do with financial areas, and this could be his personal financial affairs as well, which now are being disclosed, and that he's not doing very well in that area as well. So the financial situation of USA, as long as Donald Trump is the president, is going to weaken from March the 21st to April the 19th in many ways. His long-term planets and short-term planets are now very weak, and so his progress is going to be very weak. And therefore, from March the 21st to April the 19th, he weakens pretty much a lot. There's also a planet that has to do with lowering his self-confidence, causing his inferiority complex to be very much watchable or obvious, and therefore you will see a man who will not want to accept any form of criticism, who will lash out in a defensive manner during March 21st to April 19th. You will see a man who is floundering, who is very unhappy, who does not understand why people are opposing him so much. So, the last 100 days of his, the first 100 days of his presidency, the first 30 days exciting, wonderful. The next 30 days, February 19th to March 20th, difficulty, arousing quite badly. And then March 21st to April 19th, also pretty bad. President Donald Trump is a man who is very arrogant because his horoscope makes him that way. I never blame people personally. I always blame their horoscopes. So if he only can not be so sensitive to criticism, if he only can not be too arrogant in his approach, it would be better for him. Because these things which he do are from a negative point, which is because he has a very low self-esteem personally, he has inferiority complexes, and he has a low self-confidence. You may be very surprised that I'm saying this, but these are the roots of his problems. And because of these problems, he behaves in a counter way, very arrogant, overconfident, with a lot of self-esteem to hide his weaknesses. But anyway, let's wait and see. This is what I can tell you about his first 100 days as president. Thank you. Goodbye.